Good evening, football fanatics, and welcome back to the Sports Desk. I'm your host, diving deep into the heart of Texas, where the mood is transitioning from disappointment to desperate anticipation. We are talking about the Dallas Cowboys, a team that once again found their Super Bowl aspirations turning into a pumpkin right as the calendar nears the new year. The painful truth is, after that gut-wrenching Week 15 loss to the Minnesota Vikings, the hopes for a playoff run have pretty much vaporized. You can almost hear the collective sigh across Cowboys Nation. It means that while the team still has 3 games to play, and professional pride is definitely on the line, as Dak Prescott emphasized, the fans, and frankly, the front office, have already fast-forwarded the clock. The focus: the 2026 NFL Draft. Glowing star: the crux of the crisis. Fixing a problematic defense. Jerry Jones, the owner and general manager, has been clear about his disappointment with the team's performance, but let's be honest. While the offense, led by stars like CeeDee Lamb, has often been elite, it's the defense that has repeatedly let this team down. When you're giving up big plays in crucial moments, when the secondary looks exposed, and when the pass rush is inconsistent, that's a recipe for early playoff exits, or in this case, missing the dance entirely. And this year, there's a unique wrinkle: the Micah Parsons trade last August. It was a massive, franchise-altering move. Parsons, the perennial All-Pro, the linebacker who defined the Dallas defense for years, was gone. The return was significant, including a couple of high draft picks, but the gaping hole he left in the heart of the pass rush has proven impossible to fill. Moneybagged 2 shots at redemption, the 2026 mock draft scenario. Fortunately for Jones and the Cowboys faithful, the silver lining of a losing season is draft capital. Because of past trades, Dallas holds the rare commodity of 2 first-round picks in the 2026 NFL Draft. And that is exactly where we pivot, looking at a compelling new mock draft from Nick Merriam over at College Football HQ, which outlines a defensive overhaul in Round 1. The projection: an aggressive cornerback and a much-needed, high-speed edge rusher. This is how the rebuild begins. Pick number 14, David Bailey, edge, Texas Tech. This is the pick that will get Cowboys fans excited, and it addresses the elephant in the room: the Parsons-sized void. According to Merriam, the absence of Micah Parsons has stripped Dallas of its true identity when it comes to pressuring the quarterback. David Bailey from Texas Tech brings exactly the type of speed and explosiveness this unit desperately needs. Bailey's path is interesting, having started at Stanford before transferring to the Red Raiders. And what a breakout season he had in the Big 12. His numbers leap off the page: a phenomenal 13.5 sacks and 17.5 tackles for loss in his final year. That's a disruptive force. You have to remember the legacy of the Cowboys' defensive line, from Randy White to Charles Haley, and more recently, DeMarcus Ware. These guys were foundational pieces. While Donovan Ezeruaku has shown flashes of talent, he simply hasn't been able to step into that primary edge-rushing role. Getting Bailey at 14 provides a dynamic presence who can immediately become a focal point of defensive coordinator scheme, allowing them to finally generate consistent pressure and stop relying on the secondary to cover for extended periods. Pick number 23, Avion Terrell, CB, Clemson. With their second first-round pick, the focus shifts to the back end, the secondary, which has looked shaky at best in critical moments this season. The pick here is Avion Terrell, the talented cornerback out of Clemson. The name should ring a bell. He's the younger brother of Atlanta Falcons star A.J. Terrell. And if he plays anything like his sibling, this is a huge win. Merriam notes that Terrell would be an immediate difference-maker, fitting into the Cowboys' preference for aggressive, tackling cornerbacks who have a nose for the football. With Darren Bland already solidifying one spot and Siobhan Revel Jr. showing rookie potential, adding Terrell gives the Cowboys 3 high-quality cornerbacks, the foundation for a modern NFL pass defense. Terrell's versatility allows him to cover slot receivers or line up outside, giving the defense the flexibility it so clearly lacks right now. We know Dallas still needs help at the safety position, but starting with an elite edge rusher and a lockdown corner? That, folks, is a blueprint for defensive success. Bar chart, historical context, and the Jones philosophy. Let's put this into context. Jerry Jones has always loved making a splash in the draft. Think back to the drafting of guys like Emmitt Smith, taking a chance on a small school quarterback named Troy Aikman, or even the most recent high-profile pick of CeeDee Lamb. The Cowboys' history is one of boldness. The challenge now is that the team wasn't supposed to be drafting this high. This projected draft position is a clear consequence of this season's failure to deliver, especially in the NFC. They went a dismal 3-6-1 against NFC opponents this season. That's not just losing games. That's losing the games that matter most for conference standing and tiebreakers. The defensive issues are systemic. We've seen incredible offensive output from Dak Prescott, who is having a great statistical year, throwing deep to Lamb and others. But the unit can only carry the team so far. When the defense fails to secure tackles, allows third down conversions, and can't generate a single sack when the game is on the line, the offense is constantly playing catch-up. This mock draft is a direct reflection of the team's most glaring deficiencies. Speech balloon, what are they saying? Fictional quotes on the future. I managed to get some thoughts from a fictional, seasoned NFL analyst we'll call Coach Primetime, reflecting on the Cowboys' new reality. Coach Primetime: look, when you trade a talent like Parsons, you better hit on those picks. This mock draft gives them two absolute pillars on defense. Bailey brings that instant, game-changing explosion that you need to rattle an opposing quarterback. You can't teach that kind of speed. Terrell is the classic, long, aggressive corner Dallas loves. If they get these two guys, they've fixed 80% of their biggest problems in one night. But let's be real, the pressure is on Jerry. He needs this to work. We also got a quick word from a fictional longtime fan named Martha from Frisco. Martha from Frisco: I'm heartbroken about the playoffs, but honestly, I'm already studying these college kids. We are America's team, and we need a defense that plays like it. I want to see them flying to the ball. I want a shutdown corner who isn't afraid to hit. We need that swagger back. The offense is great, but defense wins championships, and that's why we haven't lifted the trophy in 3 decades. Beyond the razor-thin playoff hopes, the focus now pivots to the future. If the Cowboys miss the playoffs with a star-studded roster, the questions for Jerry Jones and the new head coach Brian Schottenheimer will be deafening. Coaching hot seat: despite being a first-year coach, Schottenheimer will be under immense scrutiny. His handling of late-game situations and the team's inability to maintain a lead will be heavily criticized. Roster decisions: does Dallas consider a significant move in the offseason? While Dak Prescott's contract remains a massive figure, the Cowboys might look to shore up an aging defensive line or add depth at the running back position. The focus on the upcoming draft will be intense, as evidenced by the mention of the Chiefs' draft watch list in the original report. It's a reminder that teams that aren't playing in the Super Bowl are already planning for next year. NFC East dominance: a Dallas collapse now ensures the NFC East will remain unpredictable. The Eagles, Giants, and Commanders are all watching, sensing that the window of opportunity in this division is always wide open. The rivalry with the Eagles, in particular, which has been the most intense in the NFC for decades, just got another layer of complexity. Megaphone motivational closing: the finish line. So, what do you do if you're a Cowboys fan or a player right now? You follow Dak Prescott's lead. You take pride in the star on your helmet, and you show up for the final 3 games. They're on a tough run, the 10-4 Chargers at home, then a short week game against the Commanders on Christmas Day, and a divisional rivalry game to wrap it up against the Giants. It's about pride, passion, and professionalism now. Can they deliver 3 straight wins for Cowboys Nation? Can they defy the odds and pray for a Philadelphia meltdown? We'll be watching every snap, every play, every tackle. Don't miss the action. We'll have all the highlights and analysis for you right here after the next game against the Chargers. Until then, keep it locked to our channel for the best NFL coverage on the planet.